सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hey there, it's me. It's Jiva. Welcome to the Shorties. As you might have noticed, Thursday was a shorty and not an interview. I'm going to close that off until I can get a collection of interviews first before I release them again. But for now, I will still deliver Mondays and Thursdays, but they'll just be shorties for now until I get my collection together. Okay. So this shorty today, I've been thinking about, and I've been learning about, and I've been living around having a clear verbiage around what it is and what it isn't that I am comfortable doing and what I am not comfortable doing. This has been many years of struggle as being a huge people pleaser. Yes, we're still on the people pleasing thing. I'm still working on that. And I think I'll be working on that for a long time. I feel I have been, to my detriment and to others, a people pleaser. Always wanting for people to be okay and being okay with me and being everyone's darling. It's not going to happen. I don't think anyone who has taken any kind of responsibility or service has been able to do so without having either unbeknownst stepping on other people's toes or when someone has a clear vision. When we have a clear vision, and let me just actually boil that all down to when I have a clear vision, I need to be able to express that clear vision and let go of the results. And that's where I'm at right now. And this goes for every part of my life. And yes, I'm learning this at 55 years old. My life could have looked a lot different. But as of now, I will be trying to practice my healthy boundaries. I've been doing that, and there have been situations in all parts of my life where people aren't going to like that. It started with family, then some friends, and this is what I've noticed when I start to make myself clear about what I want in my life and what I don't want in my life. And I'm not talking about totally, radical changes. I'm just talking about speaking about that gray area of when I people please, knowing damn well that what I'm saying is not being true to myself and not being true to what I believe and not being true to what I think Krishna wants for me and what I think Guru wants for me and what I think, what I know in my heart to be probably the most authentic thing that I can do. If I'm not honoring that and not expressing that, I'm doing everyone a disservice, and I'm doing myself the biggest disservice. And frankly, that's just not the person that I aspire to be. I aspire to be a servant of the servant, but with confidence and clarity. I aspire to be somebody who has enough clarity in who she is and confident enough to say, okay, these are my experiences. I'm not talking about cocky confidence. I'm talking about really confident in that this is the way and this is the path that I have chosen. Everything is always up to revision, but that this path that I have chosen in this life right now is the path that I will be going down. Now, I am happy if people are okay with that. It is nothing but a treat for me for people to be okay with that. But while we walk the path of life, and maybe if we start changing the way we express ourselves or start changing, having things, finally speaking up perhaps for the things that we don't feel comfortable with, or getting over the fear of saying what we want because we're afraid that the results of saying what we want or what we don't want will displease the other and they will leave us or get angry at us or start a fight with us. That is a person I don't aspire to be. And I know that I've been living with so many people-pleasing attitudes, people-pleasing behaviors, my whole life. That creates a lot of room for the scale to go in the other direction, which creates, it's a breeding ground for resentment. It's a breeding ground for anger. It's a breeding ground for questioning myself. It's a breeding ground to be insecure because I haven't said what I would like. And I haven't even given a chance for people to say, I don't agree with you, or I don't like you, or bye-bye, or hey, I think that's wonderful. So basically, by me not expressing myself fully in relationships, in my profession, in whatever it is that I'm doing, by doing that, I am hurting others. This is a truth, and I'm hurting myself. And isn't it like that when we hurt others, we hurt ourselves anyway, and the other way around? We all are part and partial of Krishna. And at this point right now, I can only say the only thing that I can do for me and for anyone else in my life is to practice Krishna consciousness, I'm going to reiterate. Practice Krishna consciousness the best that I can on a daily basis. Practice my program the best that I can on a daily basis to better myself so that I may be of better service to others. There are a million people offering service. I am not special. I am not different. And everybody's offer of service is wonderful. And we all can pick and choose what services we want to offer and what services that we accept. And the clearer those services are, the better it is for everyone, because then people can just jump aboard and say, okay, I'm down with this. So the clearer we are, the clearer the mission is, the clearer the things that we want and don't want in our lives, and the clearer it is to the outside world as well. And it's a win-win. It's such a win-win when I'm clear about what it is that I want to do, when I'm clear about what it is that I'll accept in my life, what I won't accept in my life. It's vulnerable work. It's very vulnerable work. And it's sometimes a very long journey just to get that clarity. When we get that clarity, though, we start to exercise our boundaries with other people. We start to exercise saying, I'm sorry, I don't agree, or I am going to have to think about that, or whatever it is that you're setting boundaries with, or with whomever you're setting your boundaries with. This is going to be a process in itself. We need to learn also to accept the fact that there are going to be people who are going to love us setting our own boundaries, because it sets a very good, clear, and healthy foundation for friendships, relationships, lovers, parents, children, whatever it is. Some people will really appreciate it and benefit from it. And those are the like-minded people. However, others might not be so appreciative. And that's okay. We need to be we need to be okay with that. But that's also another process in itself. So as you see, these are layers and layers. These are layers of things that we learn through doing, through experiencing, and through self-reflection. And I think we all know that when something's not right, something's not right. I think we all feel that We know that if there's a relationship going wrong or something's going wrong in a relationship, it's usually because we are either accepting things that we don't agree with, or we are accepting things into our lives that perhaps we're either not prepared to deal with, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or we feel that they're unhealthy, or we feel they're just on a whole nother wavelength. It doesn't have to be something negative. It could just be like, okay, that's not within my realms. And that's okay. And learning also that other people have their boundaries, and us also, are we going to accept their boundaries? It's a two-way street. First, we got to get our side of the street clean, though. And that's what I've realized. I don't want to sound like some selfish person saying like, we just got to take care of ourselves. It's not what I mean. It just starts there. The journey starts there. The journey starts with me. A street can only be clean if I'm taking care of my part of it. And my part of it is keeping myself clear, with healthy boundaries, and being as clear as possible and being authentic as possible, even if it's wrong, even if I see it's wrong after, X amount of years or months or whatever. I'm still a work in progress. I am fallible. I am prone to mistakes. The only thing that I do have, the opportunity to let God love me and forgive me, the opportunity to reach out, accept that love. And when I can do that, I might be able to love more myself and others. Every day I have the opportunity to learn and grow. And you know what Raghu says? And I'm going to quote Raghu. He says, I don't know where he got it. I'm sure it's not his, not because he wouldn't have thought something like that himself, but it sounds programmy. But it's this: you get better or you get bitter. And that is so true. I am dependent on mercy of God because, like I said, I am fallible and prone to mistakes. I'm just stumbling around this life trying to do the best that I can, learning from my mistakes. So I encourage everyone to find it within themselves, to let God love you, find your strong, healthy boundaries, be as clear as possible, stay away from people pleasing because it doesn't do anything for ourselves and it doesn't do anything for anyone else. It confuses the story, it confuses everything, and it blocks out the love of God. I see this in my life, and I'm sharing this experience with you because it's happened over and over again, and it probably will happen again. But I am alert, I am aware, and I'm trying to learn to the best of my ability. I love you guys, and I hope that anything that I've said here can help somebody, or they can take some of that experience and pass it on. And I also hope that I can stay in the mood of being a stumbling forward, humble servant. And talk to you soon. Haribol. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.